Hello and welcome to the Voidcast. This is DarkMouse's Daily Scroll, a series based around scrolls and just basically taking on challenges from people until I hit 175 for a new scroll each time. Should make for either a very short episode each time or a very long episode each time, depending on what happens. So I've already got a deck. I play Pure Energy, which is here. This is still in beta, and if you do want to buy it, then the link is in the description. This is my basic deck, Pure Energy and 50 Scrolls. Basically way this works is, just start looking for a match. Basically way this works is you've got a set of cards that you sack for resources or you sack for more cards. You can only do either of those once a turn. And then once you've done what you can, turn changes over. Each unit, structure or creature has a countdown until the next attack or use whatever special effect they have. Because once you've gone through as a quick match, once you've gone through your library, your graveyard gets shuffled back in. Now if we just and charge off. Sure, sweet. So here I have a couple of sets of cards, and the Cannon Automaton costs 6. We don't have 6 right now, so we'll just sack that to get the user's contraption, which is a wall which does nothing but block. Am I okay putting this up? Yeah. Very true. And then the little hourglass icon turns it round. This is a quick match, so there's no rating increase in this at all. But let's see how this works. I could have been dealt a better hand, but I'm not complaining. So let's see what he plays. If he plays an energy deck, it's going to be very interesting. He plays order. So, an order player who can't play something in the first turn. That's interesting. Next thing to get rid of is procs charges, because they're highest resource next. So after that I'll probably want to get the automate to 4, drop and running, which gets me good automatons when its countdown hits 0, or if he's got a creature I can bond it with Ember, which deals 2 damage to it every time it attacks, which is quite nice. If he's got a slow starting order deck, I'll be damned. He does, doesn't he?
So I didn't think that was possible, but never mind.
So let's get rid of Spark, because that's less useful than Ember ones. And then let's put in the Automated Forge. Let's put it behind the user's contraption, because even though it can take 5 damage, so here you've got its attack power, its countdown, and its how much damage it can take. Damage is persistent in this. Wrong key. Damage is persistent in this, so unless you can heal your structures or creatures, generally they will die eventually. It's not like Magic where you can keep blocking, turn in, turn out, and not lose anything. So far I'm winning on structures, but this is not one of those games you can just tell from the outset who's going to win and who's not. And if he still doesn't have anything he can play, I will be damned. Right, no, okay, sweet. So here I can get rid of Thunder Surge, got the 6 resource card, and now I can choose to burn him. Burn, if we click here, shows what it does. That will deal 3 damage to a unit, and if that unit dies, I get to draw a card. So we'll use that. I'll just kill him straight off, and that means I've got a charge coil I can get next round. That's a structure as well, if I just click here, that once its countdown hits 0, will do 1 damage to a random unit, which is brilliant when your opponent has a ton of stuff on the board, but not so much when they haven't got barely anything. Bear in mind that structures generally don't tend to do damage to idols either, which is fun, because it means that you can have as many structures as you like, and you can't do shit about it.
So are these idols?
Yes.
That you have to get to?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Your creatures have to be able to attack the idols and reduce them from 10 to 0 health. Okay. Once you've destroyed 3 idols, you win.
Cool.
But the more idols you destroy, the more gold you get. So you've got to balance it off against what you can do. Alright, let's get rid of the tick bomb because he's got no structures so far. Let's play it on the charge coil because there's nothing to ember bond. Let's put that up there. It's weaker than the automated forge, but it's not as useful in my opinion. So this is going to be one of those slow games, apparently.
Yeah, not bad for a first episode. Lets you show off the mechanics.
That's true.
We're bringing some exposure here because we've all played Minecraft and absolutely adored it, for years now. This is Mojang's first real departure from meter squared blocks being built into randomness. So, yeah, what are your impressions on this one?
Personally, I think it's a joy to play. Like, far more than a joy. I think it's probably the best game Mojang have brought out in a long time. Obviously, they brought out Minecraft, but I'm not entirely sure when you would call that fully released, I say in air quotes.
Yeah, Scrolls is still a beta, isn't it?
Yeah, it is still rather beta. And they are adding new updates and stuff into it. But,
that brings in the whole question, is opting into a beta a good idea, in your opinion?
that depends on the beta. It depends on what you want to do, what you like the game of it. Obviously, everything's subject to change. Mojang could turn around and go, right, we are changing everything about this. Doesn't look like they're gonna. And they've got a good track record for not doing that. But I guess it depends on just how much faith you have in the game you're buying into. That's probably more personal than anything else.
Fair enough. You'd say base it on the devs then?
Yes. You can't just turn around and say, oh, this looks to be a brilliant game, they're going to do nothing about it. I've got a talkative player. I don't mind that. I actually quite like people who talk to you during games. It's better than them just, pacing around and not talking and being all... I had one person surrender on me in the first couple of turns, which was annoying to say the very least. But this guy's pretty talkative. So we will talk back, using the brilliance of emoticons. So I've played this game quite extensively before. For those of you who noticed, I have a rating of in the 800s, which isn't that high when you think about the people who've been playing this. This has been in beta for a little while now, and I've only just joined this a couple of days ago. So I think I've been paired up with people who can just steamroll you rather quickly. I played against an interesting deck last night, actually, who used monuments and memorials that could increase your either order, growth, or energy, which are the three main resources, just by playing them. And they're really cheap to play. And he just played tons and tons of those, constantly cycling through his deck. And it got to the point where we were stalemated for 30 rounds. Until he finally managed to roll over me. Oh, sweet, so I have an ether pump. Okay, this guy's gotten some really big meaty guys out. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to... I should probably be sacking for cards, but an ether pump is good, because that guy, when its countdown hits 0, will deal 1 damage to all of my opponent's stuff. Which can generally be enough to kill. And then you know what? Let's get the gun automaton starting to attack that guy. Because if this guy starts rolling with his creatures, I may be a little bit boned. A lot of this is just waiting for your opponent to finish, so we will probably just fill this time in. Oh, we'll jump cut it.
Sounds like a large amount of life, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Waiting for your opponent to finish.
Oh god.
But chess is quite a lot like that as well, if you think about it.
Actually, that's a good analogy. This is quite like a card-based chest. Although I shouldn't say card, it's a scroll-based chest. Chess, not chest. Alright. So, I have incendiaries, which are useless to me right now. They deal 3 damage to all my opponent's structures. As you can see, my opponent has no structures. So we'll sack that for cards. And get a burn. Which is... ooh, that's useful actually. That guy's only got 3 left, hasn't he?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he's now dead.
Yay, fire.
And I now have a new card. And that guy will take 2 damage every time he attacks. Well, we'll move him back down here. And now my health split tomorrow gets to attack as well. And the automated forward will make another gun automaton. So most of this game is just about trying to time your attacks well and build up your creatures whilst removing your opponent's creatures.
This question, do you say as strategic as, say, Magic the Gathering? We're talking about the tabletop card game, not the Jules the Planeswalker's game.
I would say more so because in Magic you always have the option of playing a land down if you draw one. In this you have to sacrifice your scrolls in order to get your resources. You don't sack the scrolls, you can't play the higher stuff.
Fair enough.
Which is a good mechanic, don't get me wrong. But it also makes for quite tense decisions. Do you sacrifice your more powerful scrolls early game if you draw them, unfortunately, in the early game? Or do you keep them in the hopes that you can draw other stuff that you're not likely to use and play that big heavy hitter down later on and hopefully you're still alive?
Like my opening hand Avacyn Gambit, do I sack her or do I...
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, this is a brilliant little game for people starting out, and the brilliant part is they've got a brilliant business model. They don't... It costs about $12.95 or about $14-15, I think. And after that you don't need to pay any more money. You get 2,000 gold after that and you get a free pre-constructed deck with the purchase of the game. And after that you get gold for just playing the game, playing the trials, playing the quick matches, playing the ranked matches. Even if you lose, unless you lose in the trials, if you lose in a quick or ranked match, you still get gold for it. Yep, I have lost an idol, which is fine because I'm going to sack that for resources so I can play Prox Mines. Let's put one, actually let's put one there.
Will they be able to see this?
Yeah, they can see, oh, that was annoying. I should have played this category down first. Oh well, they can see what happens when I cast stuff, yeah. And that's all that stuff. So now my automated forge is useless because I can't move anything past those goddamn Prox Mines. I've boxed myself in hilariously well. That was stupid. I should have probably played the scattergunner down first. Oh well. But yay, I'm doing damage to his idols. So all is good. Now Order does really well on synergy between creatures. So those guys buff each other every single time their countdown hits 0.
Oh.
My guys don't. My big structure here, the Hellsplitter Mortar, will attack a random tile on my opponent's side. So brilliant against growth decks that use a lot of creatures all at once, or late game where your opponent has a ton of creatures because you haven't been able to remove them quick enough. Better if you have more of them. So I'm starting to wonder where the rest of my creatures are, because the Scattergun is the first creature I drew.
I can say it's about the same as the last game I played against your Slivers, where they just didn't want to appear.
Yeah, that was annoying. But it kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, my structures and creatures in this are around about equal, and I'm still learning. Oh, how kind of you.
You blowed up one of your things.
Prox Mines, yeah. Those things are nice and neat because they've only got 1 toughness, but as soon as an opponent steps on them, they'll deal 4 damage to that opponent.
Nice.
And they're just good as being there because they stop things like him just attacking me straight off. However, that does mean I've got some extra space just to plonk down another charge coil. I'll go put it there.
Didn't you want to move your dudes?
Nah, they're fine there for the moment in all fairness. It's really just I'm losing out on the automated forge doing stuff, which at this point isn't a problem. What I want is for him to start killing my stuff off, so that when I get my larger stuff, I can play that down. What I also want is a goddamn Thunder Surge. That is nice and neat, does 2 damage to every unit that's adjacent to the target. Oh, the Ether Pump went off as well, sweet. Now is that? He's got himself a nice little Triad of Death going here. I'm just glad he hasn't drawn anything else that's useful. In saying that, he's still got 2 scrolls in his hand. You never want to be without scrolls unless you're in a particularly strong position.
Yeah.
Which I'm not.
So what would you say the community's like for Scrolls so far? I mean, obviously we've got a really nice person to play against here, but...
It's kind of hit and miss. You get a couple of people who are really nice to talk to. I mean, I had one game that lasted 40 rounds against boy, girl, I don't know what gender it was, but against this nice person who we sat and we talked, and it was energy v energy, and we ended up just talking about the different advantages and disadvantages of each of our decks and bouncing back and forth like that, and that was fun. And then some people, I've typed in GLHF2 and I've never heard a thing from them, and as soon as the game's over, they've just quit. Which can be rather annoying. Right, you're going to go up there, and that'll probably kill you. And then I'm actually going to do something rather interesting and put an ether pump. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to sack that. And, ooh, get a violent dispersal. Which means that that guy's on 3, so he can attack twice more and die. He's on 5. What's he enchanted with? Plate armor. Which means the next bit of damage he takes will be nullified. Well, I don't like him, so he's going to die. Because that's not damage, that's just straight up, you're dead. And that will go there. Because that guy, if he gets to attack, will do 4 damage to whatever he hits. So this guy will probably move up and kill him, that's a smart thing to do, but then it moves him away from the rest of my stuff. And that's a 1 resource card, so really nice to just sack. And yeah, that means I've got plenty of space for the next gun automaton to come out. And my scattergunner will do some damage too. And that is what energy does, we remove stuff from the board. Now if he's smart, he won't go for the copper automaton, because that guy really needs to be surrounded by units to be able to do a lot of damage to you. It won't quite kill him in his next attack, but the attack after that will do. Unless I kill him first. That's the glory of a lot of energy's cards, is damage over time. We do a lot of dots damage. And unfortunately for this guy, it seems he hasn't drawn a lot of cheap order stuff. I've played against all the decks where I've been struggling to get my creatures out and keep them alive. I'll probably put these out in a couple of different formats. We'll see about using jump cuts between the particularly long sections where there's not a lot happening. Fades in and fades out, and we'll just try a couple of raw videos as well just to see what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below about what you do think about that, and we'll find a good format for it. And he's going to kill my Hellsplitter Mortar off, isn't he?
Looks that way.
Ooh, that's interesting. Because I can kill his Royal Guard off next go then. Brilliant.
Wow.
Well, he just screwed that guy over.
I hit you with my stick.
Pretty much. Well, he's dead now because I'm not waiting until the next go. So I'm just going to move that there. Which means that'll attack and kill him off quite nicely. Prox charges are not the most useful thing in the world right now. More copper automatons, because we need more of those. Yeah, why not? I can cast them both, so I don't see why not. There we go. I think that's the first time I've ever had all of them out. And then we've got 3 energy, which will pay to reduce its cooldown by 1. A lot of those cards do have that. You can click on them, which brings up their card, and they'll have this little thing at the bottom, which will either, in this case, you pay 3 energy, reduce its countdown, or it'll have things like you can move. You can use the ability to move a structure, or reduce its, or increase its attack by 1. This guy actually just raised a really good point. You can only have 3 of each particular card in a deck, so that's all 3 of my copper automatons out. And I am starting to wonder now, actually, where the hell the rest of my creatures are.
Copper automata are quite adorable, really.
I like the automaton deck. The only reason the scattergun is still in there is because he does quite a lot of damage for a relatively cheap card. This is going to be one of those. Yeah, I mean, we're at round 13 already.
Yeah. I suggest what we do is experiment around with cutting down a few of these and just make note of the fact that for while stuff like this is happening, where there's just nothing going on aside from your opponent looking at things, you've just put in a jump cut with a transition or something just to speed things along a bit.
Yeah, that works. Right, okay.
But yeah, I guess now might be a fun time to mention that we have a fun and exciting new series coming up that will be our adventures as D&D players.
Which will be very interesting.
which we're going to start putting up here on YouTube. All credit where it's due to Wizards of the Coast and all those kind of people. And fair warning that we have recorded quite a lot of it already.
So you'll be getting quite a lot all at once.
I'm thinking if we can get like 20-minute episodes put up. Oh, that looked painful.
Yeah, it's just a copper automaton that's dead now.
Oh, but they're cute.
Eh, they're alright. Right, we'll put him up there, so that guy's screwed regardless now. What's this on? That's on 4, that's on 10, that's on 10, that's on 10. So I've only managed to do damage to 2 idols, that's fine. Because he can do more damage to it. Let it go around. In fact, if I move... Nah, screw it, leave it the way it is. Yeah, so actually I can kill that guy at the top off as well if I spark him. Because then the ether pump will do 1 damage to all of my opponent's stuff, and he's only got 1 health left.
Your etheric jizz cannon.
Yeah, what?
Etheric jizz cannon.
Why is it an etheric jizz
You
cannon?
talked about it going off,
Oh dear.
and it's pumping, so, you know, makes sense.
I'm actually just going to move this guy up to support the other guy so I can get another gun automaton spawned. Alright, let's see how this works.
So I'm guessing stuff attacks when you end your go, then.
Yes, so once their countdown hits 0 and you've let the go tick over, everything with countdown 0 will do its thing. Whether it's summoning gun automaton or attacking. Or in case the prox mines, just sitting there being useless.
You've got a particularly good game for your first episode.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Well, it looks good so far. Bear in mind that this guy could just bring out something really mean.
It could turn around and bring the butt hurt pretty spectacularly.
If he was playing Growth, I would be incredibly wary of him playing Quake, which does 3 damage to all structures and 2 damage to all creatures.
Jeez.
Plays that in tandem with Thunder Surge. That's why people who play tri-resource decks, when they make it work, are ridiculously dangerous.
He's brought out a penis stone.
that's just a wall. It's actually a better wall than my useless contraptions. Because it's got, for 1 more cost, but it's got a health of 5 rather than a health of 4. And what's he put on it?
It's an obelisk.
Oh, I wanted to see that. What's he put on it?
Resonant helm.
Enchanted unit's health is healed by 1 every time you play a spell or enchantment.
Nice.
Oh, that's quite cool. Now, do I decide to use Concentrate Fire on this guy? That's actually pretty useless. What I can do though is sack that and hope that I draw... Oh, sweet, that's brilliant. I'll put a gun automaton up there.
A little pew-pew device.
It makes him spread his stuff out, because if he wants to defend that idol, he can't put stuff aimed at my little knot of resistance here.
Yeah.
And then I'll use the tick bomb to get rid of that obelisk. Energy, brilliant at just removing stuff. Flat out destroy.
My deck says no.
Pretty much. And then... kinda, yeah. People get sad when energy removes their stuff. Kinda like that. That's the thing, Order and Growth are really good at quick starting, Energy not so much, not unless you can really work it. I mean, if you fill your deck with low resource structures like Catapult of Goo, Scattergunners, Destroyers, Copper Automatons, Gun Automatons, Machine Priests and Tool Initiates, which I can do, yeah, why not? Let me know in the comments, guys. I've got enough structures and stuff to make quite a few different decks. And there is a feature here where you can save different decks, so you don't need to constantly remake your deck. Let me know what type of deck you want to see me play around with, and I'll see what works. And hell, I might find a new deck that I like better. And now we wait. Again. It's where I find there's a mic that constantly just carries over to the other player, and they've been able to hear every little bit of this.
What, you didn't realise I'd set that up already?
So yeah, I'm not in a bad situation. I've lost 1 idol, but that's not a problem. You can lose 2 idols and still win. I've managed to get to the point where I've lost 2 idols and had 1 of my idols reduced to 1 health and still won. And now this guy is really on the defensive.
Oh no, he has what looks like Gandalf, but wearing marigolds.
He has a Sin Mark Zealot that once his countdown reaches 0, he can choose to sacrifice himself and do 2 damage to a target unit.
Jeez.
And he has no shoes.
Yep, and he also has this guy who just is relentless. Relentless in this means that this guy can do 3 damage. If this useless contraption only had 1 health left, he would do 2 damage. He would do 1 damage to it, killing it, and then do the remaining 2 to the guy behind him, which would also kill him. I've got a cannon automaton, which I'm going to play because that's the first one I've drawn that I've been able to use. I will put him there, hiding really coward-like behind the gun automaton.
It's so cute.
And then, well, the front guy's dead, and that guy not so much. So this is going to be interesting. Boom. Boom.
So guys, join us for a very special episode of the Voidcast podcast tomorrow. Hopefully be up on the channel tomorrow afternoon-ish kind of time, where we will be discussing the newest Games Workshop pricing strategy. Yeah.
Alternatively, porn.
Yay!
Now you all want to watch porn.
Masturbation.
Oh dear lord.
Smiles.
No. Okay, yeah, I've got this guy on the complete defensive now. I'm in a good position. I can take out most of his idols quite quickly. Ooh, what's that? What's he put on it? What's that say? Powerbound. When the enchanted unit you control... Oh, cool. That's cool. So a bit of a counter. Every once I destroy him, he increases his order by 1, which is nice.
Nice.
Right, well, let's start moving these guys up. I'm not going to use Concentrated Fire yet, because if I use Concentrated Fire properly, my Cannon Automaton can one-shot an idol.
Nice.
So I'm actually going to keep that and not play anything. Yeah, I can't even reduce the countdown on that. Cool. Because again, I'm in a really good position. He hasn't killed off my Automated Forge yet, which means that I'm just producing gun automatons over and over and over again, and there's nothing he can do about it. And I have a feeling that all of his hard hitters he drew early, and now all he's got are his light hitters, which are crumbling, unfortunately.
You killed an idol.
I did indeed, yeah. So now 1 idol apiece, except that next go, this guy will hit 0, I'll move him down to hit this one, and get him to annihilate that. You get more gold the more idols you kill. So if I kill all 5 rather than just 3, then, ooh, my scattergun is fucked. Because this guy's relentless and he's got attack at 6 now, and that's only, it's going to stop 4 and that'll stop 2. So the scattergun is dead.
Yay.
But that's fine, because that's actually not that fine. Ooh. Like I said, this is going to be one of those points where it's possible it might just turn. Target units countdown is decreased. What did he decrease? Oh, damn it, he decreased the cannon automatons. Right, okay. Now he's starting to roll again. So it's possible I'm going to have to do something ridiculously good. Oh, that'll die. Off you go. Move you up to there, because that's only got 2 left anyway, so that's not too bad. What's that got left? Full 10, that's 2. That's still a little west. Alright, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to actually get rid of the Concentrate Fire for more cards. And aren't I glad that I did? Cannon Automaton. Now the brilliant thing about the Cannon Automaton is the fact that it's got armor 1, which reduces all damage by 1 generally. Well, all combat damage by 1. So yeah, this guy doesn't particularly like the fact I have 2 of them now.
Can't imagine why not, you know.
I still think they're cute.
Well, they are quite cool. But I've got to be really careful now, because an order player can screw you over if you get cocky.
Yeah.
Because I've only got a very, very few number of high health guys, and even that isn't very high health in comparison. Oh, he's got another one of those. Lovely. That'll be his third one then.
He exploded your device.
He did indeed. However, I am about to return that favour. Because that guy's not going to die. But... aha! If I do that, move you to there, move you to there, that idol's now screwed.
Yay!
There is nothing you can do about that.
Screwing.
And if I put a Hell's Bit of Mortar there, what's that? Oh. Okay, I don't know what actually that means. I don't know what I should put there. And then I'll sack the useless contraption for cards, because I don't need it right now. Ooh, Ember Bonds. Brilliant. I'm very, very sorry, but that's going on you. And then next time around, that's something called Metal Heart, which means that for every structure I have, my target creature will get +1 to their attack. Which is brilliant. And that is indeed GG, yeah. Just well played.
Thanks for being on the VoidHive.
Yep, I would have typed that, but people generally tend to leave this rather quickly.
That's fair enough.
But that's a win, and that definitely gets us more than enough for a lot of scroll. That's 504. Wow. You get a lot of gold per thing. So let's see what we get from the store, shall we? I never go for these things. I generally either already have them or I don't have any need for them.
It's the most bored-looking storekeeper ever.
We should see some of the other ones. They're really quite cool.
She's cute though.
That gets me another tool and shit. I already have 2 of those.
I'm bored.
And I didn't want a Gravelock. Okay, I don't have enough to buy another one. So I'll do. Because I don't play Gravelocks, I'll see if I can sell that one. Oh. Yeah, Gravelock Elder. I can sell 2 of mine actually, so we'll sell those 2. Actually, I'll only sell 1 in case people decide they want me to do a
Button down bottom here, so.
Yep, thanks.
Cool.
Just in case people decide they want me to do a Gravelock deck. 100 gold is easily enough to get my next scroll. I'm clicking the wrong button there. And one more. I got a Dust Runner! Finally! I've been looking for guys like this. They've got a brilliant little thing where they only do 1 damage, but if ever they attack a unit that has 3 or less health, it's dead.
Nice.
So that is quite nice. That's a welcome card. So yeah, that was me. That was the Daily Scroll. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and thank you for watching a video from the VoidHive.
Thanks. Like, favourite and subscribe, all that other bollocks that people tell you to do, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.